everyone, I'm Yiwei from Keiichi. Thanks for joining us for Keiichi Next. Keiichi started back in 2009, and through all these years, we have stayed true to our roots as an independent game studios. As an indie game studios, we are always working on exciting things. But let's be real, being a small team also means that we can't go all out with a huge marketing push for every single project. That's why we created Keiichi Next, a way to share all the biggest updates in one go. Today, we have 4 big announcements. 2 games that you have already known, Abyss 4 and King's League 2, and 2 brand new projects that we can't wait to show you. More than just updates, we want to bring you along for the journey. Game development isn't always smooth sailing, but it is always exciting, and we love to share that experience with you. Alright, let's jump in! We first announced Abyss 4 last September, and some of you even get to try the demo at Layout Play events. Since then, we have been refining the experience, and let me tell you, it has been a wild ride. And it's called Abyss 4, it's all about adapting. A lot of action RPG can feel chaotic. Button smashing, flashy effects, and big numbers flying everywhere. But we wanted something different. We wanted the combat to feel intentional, where you're always aware of what's happening and know how to respond. And that's why we are blending action gameplay with grid-based mechanic. The grids add clarity, so every move is deliberate and you can predict the flow of the battle. However, the grid can also feel rigid, which is not so great for an action game. So yeah, figuring out how to make this work has been one of our biggest design challenges. We have gone through so many design iterations and scrapped many ideas that didn't quite click. Even now, we are still refining the movements and the combat to strike the right balance between the precisions and fluidity. But we believe in these visions and we will not stop until we get it right. Let's have a look at our latest progress. This is Kaho, who will be Abyss 4 main character. She's a fleet-footed, balanced all-rounder, with playstyle revolved around creating synergy with everyone on the team. Siren here is a whirlwind of swift, decisive action, with her spear thrust being a great choice for increasing your attack range. Lastly, we have Laif, who delivers power through deceptions and trickery, and is the one you turn to when you need to dish out some area of effects attack against your enemy. Since the playtest in last September, we have been trying our best on making action grid-based movements feel natural. So players who used to free movements will still find the control intuitive. We are also digging deep into what makes action grid-based combat truly unique and satisfying. It's still a work in progress, but with every iteration, we are getting closer to something special. We will be running small-scale playtests soon, so if you are interested, join our Discord. And of course, if you have any thoughts, we'd love to hear them. And that was King's League 2. Originally launched in 2019, it was only available on Apple Arcade and Steam. But now, we are bringing it to more platforms, with a new story campaign featuring our third main characters Ivo, plus a new game modes with roguelike elements. These new content are released as free DLC. So if you have already owned the game on Steam, you just need to update the game and you will be able to enjoy this new content. If you love the world of Prism, the same world as Post-Knights, you will love seeing how King's League 2 and Post-Knight 1 and 2 are connected. Characters like Daphne, Talia and Seth, who appear in Post-Knight 2, are actually originated from King's League 2. On the flip side, the legendary Post-Knight Peanuts from the first Post-Knight game, you can actually recruit him in King's League 2. Starting today, you can get King's League 2 on Steam, Apple App Stores, and Google Play Stores. To celebrate, we are offering 20% launch discount from now until April 2nd. That was your first look at Post-Knight World. We have been working on this quietly, but today, we are finally ready to share it with you. At its heart, Post-Knight World is about healing. Our world is full of excitement, but chasing after all this excitement can be exhausting. We wanted to create a game that's offered an escape, a wholesome adventure where the world itself is the main character. In Post-Knight World, you play as a Post-Knight, delivering nightmare across Prism, meeting its people, and witnessing their story. It's about slowing down, reflecting, and appreciate life's little moments. Post-Knight World will feature all the areas from Post-Knight 1 and 2, as well as brand new areas in Prism. We truly believe in this game, which is why we have shifted our focus from Post-Knight 2 to Post-Knight World. That means there won't be any major updates for Post-Knight 2 moving forward. But don't worry, we'll keep the debugging, optimizing, and running events. Post-Knight World will still take a long while to make, but we will be dropping updates from time to time. So we hope you will join us in this journey, and we can't wait to share more with you. For over a decade, the world of Prism has been growing, starting with the very first game, the King's League, back in 2011. As we created more games, Prism has expanded in a way that we never imagined. But with that growth, it comes with a challenge, keeping everything consistent. That is when we realized something. Prism deserves to feel like a living, breathing world. Instead of just patching the inconsistency here and there, we decided to take a step back and properly refine the Prism world building. And that is also where the Prism Arcana projects come in, starting with a website and a video series dedicated to bringing Prism's lore to life. Introducing the Prism Arcana website, a central hub where you can explore Prism's lore, characters, and stories. And the Prism Arcana video series, where the people of Prism share their discoveries, histories, and untold tales. This is just the beginning. Prism's story continues, not just through Prism Arcana, but in our upcoming games, Abyssfall and Post-Night World. Now, let's take a look at the very first episodes of Prism Arcana video series.
As a young girl, I would sit spellbound as the bards wove their tales of distant lands. I yearned to follow in their footsteps, to travel far and wide and see the world with my own eyes. Wanderlust, the bards called it. The day I finally came of age, I bade farewell to Port Gemsworth and set forth into the big, wide world to take that first step on my journey as a traveling bard. My life has been one grand adventure since. I've traveled to some of the most beautiful spots in Crystal, performed for Aegle nobles in Regale City, I've even sailed across the ocean to the distant shores of Amarane. Our world is brimming with boundless splendor. So many breathtaking sights to behold, and countless wonders waiting to be discovered. And unfathomable mysteries that elude even our keenest minds. Like the Halcyon, a thick barrier of fog that awaits those who sail or fly far enough out to sea. Anything from our world that crosses through the Halcyon never returns. But sometimes things from the other side find their way into our world, into Prism. According to the historians, it was the Aegles who were the first of the non-native races to come through from the other side. Graceful and elegant, the Aegles took to the forests and foothills, where they spent their days and nights in the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom, seeking to understand their place and their destiny in this new world. We humans came next. When our ancestors reached these shores, their spirit of exploration soared, and they roamed far and wide, exploring every meadow, every valley, every rolling hill. Ambitious and industrious, they soon laid down roots, shaping this land into the homeland we cherish today. Then came the Yords. Strong and hardy, they settled in the desert lands. While other races might have perished in the harsh and unforgiving environment, the Yords flourished. Their discovery of the walking city marked a turning point in their progress and technological advancement, for not only could they take refuge within its thick walls, but they now had access to the ancient yet highly advanced technology inside. More humans arrived, but these newcomers spoke in tongues and wrote in scripts that were different from our own. So too were their customs. They spoke of spiritual cultivation, of age-old myths and cryptic prophecies. Soft-spoken, but evasive, they kept their secrets locked behind sealed lips. They chose not to settle here, but continued sailing far up north across the ocean to eventually make their home on the continent we know today as Amarane. It wasn't long before our ancestors and those of the Amaranians, Aigles, and Yords encountered the natives, those who had been living here in this world all this while. The mysterious and elusive Noxys from the lush rainforests of Faywin, and the timid and childlike Elise of Amarane, who lived in the clouds but often spent their days frolicking in the rolling meadows and golden fields below. It also didn't take them long to discover the Titan crystals, giant crystals that tower over even the tallest Yord. There are 5 known Titan crystals, one in each of the 5 major nations, and each with its own unique crystalline structure and magical properties. We don't know how the crystals came to be, or if they serve some greater purpose. But one thing we do know for certain: the Titan crystals are the source of all magic in our world. Many scholars of magic believe the crystals choose whom to bestow their gifts upon. Those touched by a crystal's power may discover within themselves the spark to wield magic. Each Titan crystal grants its own unique gifts and powers. Our crystal of vitality is said to be strong in fire and healing magic. With the crystal's magic, we can light up the world. And we can burn away the pain. I've seen mages accomplish extraordinary feats of magic, expressions of magical power that bend the world to their will. That power, the magic they wield, it all comes from the Titan crystals. The Halcyon, the 5 Titan crystals. Magic that shapes both the world and those who wield it. Our world is brimming with mysteries and wonders beyond imagination. What I've shared with you is but a tiny glimpse of what's out there. Oh, you want to know more, do you now? Well, the night is still young, and I've got the telling of more tales in me still. Why don't you all go and have some cookies and milk, and we'll continue when you've had your fill.
We hope you enjoyed the first episode of Prism Arcana video series. The next episode will be out in 2 weeks, so stay tuned. Meanwhile, join us on Discord to share your thoughts, discuss lore, and help us to shape the world of Prism together. And that is a wrap. Those were the 4 big announcements we had for today. There's so much more to share. We will be dropping more details on our social media channels and running community events on Discord. So, if anything that caught your interest, be sure to follow along. None of this would be possible without you, our community. Your support, feedback, and excitement keep us going. From the bottom of our heart, thank you for being part of this journey. And of course, while I'm the only one doing all the talking today, there's a whole team behind these projects, pouring their passions into every single detail. That's all from us now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.